I firmly support Congresswoman Jackson Lee's bill to create a commission to study reparations. As president, I would advocate to Congress to pass that bill, and I would sign that commission into law. This is the first step of acknowledging, as a country, that hundreds of years of slavery and institutional racism have caused mass inequity and harm to Black people and has held Black communities back for generations from achieving their full potential. We are called to be that light of the world, to take on the dark forces, to do what is right when it is hard, to put on our armor of God and go to battle for what is right. This is what we are called to do in this moment. And we will all look back on this day, and we will be asked, what did you do when you were asked? You will personally be asked, what did you do when hate reigned? What did you do when fear reigned? What battle did you take on, and who were you willing to stand up to? You will be asked, you will be called, and you must respond. That is our job as the faithful, to fight this battle. As a candidate for President of the United States, I will not back down. I will not give in. When hope rises, fear loses, and brave wins.
I want to tell you why I'm getting frustrated already in this presidential campaign. Because I believe having good faith conversations about repairing for past harm in our country in the context of reparations is really important. But this conversation cannot just become a political box-checking exercise or a litmus test without meaning. The boldest policies we're talking about right now can't just be about sentiment or about acknowledging the past. They need to be about actually balancing the economic scales and confronting the bias that persists right now in the present. Because if they don't, we cannot guarantee. We may have people that speak to our issues, but we cannot guarantee that we will actually change the realities in communities like mine in Newark, New Jersey. Well, I boldly proclaim to you that it's time for my generation, it's time for us to dream again. Bold dreams and defiant dreams. It's time for us to dream again, that we can be a nation where everyone has access to health care. It's time for us to dream again, where every child will have a great public education regardless of their zip code. It's time for us to dream again, where everyone who works a full-time job will have their living wage for their families. It's time for us to dream again. And if we join arms again and work together and sacrifice together and dream together, then we will finally be a nation where justice rolls down like water and righteousness like a mighty stream. Keep the dream alive.
I will be offering in the next coming weeks an urban Marshall Plan in which we rehabilitate and reinvest into the urban cores in the United States of America. We clean up our towns. We get rid of blight. We get rid of lead paint in the homes that affects our kids' ability to learn. We make sure that there's not lead in the pipes. We make sure that teachers who teach our kids in the inner city get a pay raise. We have so many communities around here where there hasn't been a pay raise for a teacher in 9 or 10 years. We have a lot of work to do, but we can't let the powers that be continue to divide us.